بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In this session, inshallah, we are going to write some Java codes. These codes related to meetings number 3, 4, 5, and meeting number 6. In this hands-on lab, in this practice, we are going to create a number of the classes. Then we will instantiate number of objects from these classes to see how these objects are interact with each other. So we are going actually to make 5 videos because this practice is divided into 5 parts. So there is one video is allocated for each part. So let us start. Part number 1, as you see here, write a Java class called machine. So this is the first requirement in this part. We need to create a machine class which is called machine. Let us go now to see how we can create a class and name this class as machine. So here we use IntelliJ, as you see here, a new Java class machine. So this is actually our class, public class machine, as you see here. So in this case, as you see, we create a class. The class name is machine, and here, as you see, we use the access modifier public and the keyword class. So this is actually the first requirement. I will add comment here in order to remind you. Okay, so this is actually here. We can put here comment statement. Write a Java class called machine. So this is the machine class. Now let us see the second requirement. This machine has 2 instance variables or 2 data fields. We can call instance variables or data fields same. The names of these instance variables are brand name. As you see here, the variables names are given. So one is brand name, while other is power. The power to check if it is on or off. The machine, usually the machine has 2 states, either on or off. So saving the state of the machine will be held in the variable power. So here we can guess the variable power should be declared as a Boolean data type. Why? Because the power here takes only 2 values, either on or off. So here we can guess from this requirement the data type of the power should be Boolean. Again, because this variable takes only 2 values, on and off. So on can be considered as true, off can be considered as false. Brand name like Samsung, Hitachi, any brand name. So we can guess the data type of the brand name is a string. Is what? Is a string. Is a string. So let us see how we can actually create these two instance variables. I will take this one as comment here. So here we need actually, okay, here this is command to proceed by this one. So here, as you see, part A, we need to create two instance variables, brand name and power. So private, usually instance variables are declared as a private. So this is string. The first one is string, brand name. So this is the first one. The second one also private, but here is what? Boolean. Okay, power. These are two instance variables, as you see. Private string brand name and power. Why we selected string? Because as we said, the brand name could be Samsung, could be Hitachi, could be Sony, Sanyo, any name. So we selected data type for this variable as string. The power again takes two values, on and off. So we assign the power Boolean data type. Okay, so this is actually number 2. Now let us go for another requirement. Now the machine has two constructors, multi-argument constructor and zero-argument constructor. And if you remember, the constructor name should be exactly as the class name. And the constructor, it is similar to any Java method, but the constructor does not take data type or void. No void keyword, and there is no return data type in the constructor. And constructor is very important. Why? Constructor, it is the first part executed when an object is created. So constructor actually very important to assign initial values to instance variables, to the instance variables or data fields. Constructor is important. Why? Because the constructor assign initial values to the instance variables when a new object is created. Now let us see this part. Here. Constructor, public. Okay. Machine. This is a zero argument constructor. This is what? This is the zero. This is zero argument constructor. Why we call this zero argument constructor? There is no arguments here. And as you see, two constructors. This is zero argument. Let us see actually public machine. Okay, it's multi-argument constructor. Again, we need to assign initial value to what? We need to assign initial value to instance variables, to the brand name and power. So string brand name and Boolean. Okay, state. In state. Machine state. So here, as you see, so brand name equal brand name and power, okay, equal what? Equal machine state. we call this one? We call this one as multi argument constructor. Multi-argument constructor. Okay. Again, we cannot put void in the constructor. Error. It is not. Now it is not a constructor. It is wrong. We cannot put here void or any return type as methods. So the constructor, the name of the constructor is the same of the class name, as you see in a machine. Okay. And here we didn't use void or any return data type. Number 3. Machine has getters for the 2 instance variables. Machine has getters. Methods has getters. We need to return. Okay. We need to return the values of the instance variable by using a getter. Okay. Now the first getter, public. We need to return the value of brand name. So here should be string get brand name. Here what? Return what? Return brand name. Return brand name. This is the first getter method to return the value of the brand name. Public. Why we put the string? Because in an instance variable data type is a string, and this is the method name. So when we invoke this method later on, when a machine object is created, when this method is invoked, so the brand name value is returned. We have another instance variable, which is public Boolean. Why Boolean? Because the power is Boolean. Get power. So in a return power. Return power. Remember that on means true. Okay. And false means remember on. I will add comment statement on equal is true. Okay. And off is false. Okay. Boolean. True means, or in another way, true means on, and false means off. So these are getter methods. As you see, all these requirements is written where? In between 2 curly braces of the machine class, not outside. Not outside. Next, a setter for brand name. A setter for brand name. Setter. What's meant by setter? During the program or during the object life or the program execution, we need to change the value of the brand name for a certain machine object. So now we need a setter method. So let us see how we can write a setter method here. A setter method for a brand. Okay. Public, if you remember, void means يعني setter means setter method set brand name. Now brand name of type string. So string. Okay. Brand name. In a brand name equal what? Brand name equal brand name. Okay. So this is actually setter method for a brand name. By invoking this method, we can actually change the brand name value. So till now, we have two instance variables in this class, brand name and power. We have two constructors, zero argument constructor and multi-argument constructor. We have two getter methods and one setter method. Let us continue. Now, machine has two methods, switch on and switch off, which change the value of power. Change the value of power. Switch on and switch off. Switch on make the power true, or switch off make the power false. So now we need to add these two methods. Okay. Two methods. Public void switch on. Here we can write what? Okay, power equal true. Power equal true. So power here equal true. If you don't mind, I can hide those. Okay, just to show you here. So here public void switch on power 2. Now public void switch off. This is another method. Also switch on and the switch off are classified as what? As setter methods. Why? Because change the value of the power. So in the power equal false. Power equal false. Okay, so these two methods. Now a method called display to print the status of the machine object. The status, whether it is on or off. Display the status of the machine object. Okay. So here, as you see, we can write here. No, here we didn't. Let me copy. I copy this one. Okay, here. Control V. Public void print the status. disciplinary system.out print line print what هنا the status الباور. So هنا power we can write the status of this machine is on or off, plus what? We need to print in power. So get our get on or off. Okay. So actually this is part one. Let me show you all part one. As you see, here as you see, here as you see, here. Okay, now this is the complete code. So public class machine started from here up to here. These are two instance variables, two constructors, two getter methods, brand name setter method, and the switch on the switch off methods, and display. Okay, if you want, I can actually copy this one. I copy. Okay, I can open for you Notepad. Okay, this one will be very clear for you. So I paste. So actually this is our code. This is our code. Okay, public class machine. Okay, in an instance. And now if we remove actually I need to be very clear for you. Actually, I will delete all these. Okay, here as you see, I see. This is actually D. This is an E. No need to write this one. So this is the code in front of you. So actually we can make it. Okay, if you make it like this one to be very clear for you. Okay. Can put actual calibres here to minimize the number of rows. Okay, here. Actually, this is the code. Oh. Keep it as it is. Okay. So this is sorry for this one. So this is your argument constructor. Okay, this one. This is a multi-argument constructor actually. To make it clear for you. Okay. This is the complete actually. Okay, as you see, so this is public class. Start from here. This is start our left curly brace. This is the right curly brace. These are actually instance variables. Okay, no need for this one. Okay, now this is the zero argument constructor, multi-argument constructor, getter method, setter method, setter method, and this is actually getter method. Okay, so this is actually the complete answer for part 1. Part 1, code complete. Okay, part 1 complete. So thank you. Okay, so I hope all of you will watch this video in order to understand the second video. So see you in the next video, video number 2. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.